Some of the greatest men of our people were sent off to Fort Marion in 1875. In the 3 years at Fort Marion, 26 of the younger men drew pictures showing their old life on the Great Plains.
It was right here on the plains in western Oklahoma that our people hunted the buffalo. My grandfather and his friends must have been lonesome for these plains when they were in prison at Fort Marion, Florida. Maybe that's why they made these drawings.
These were the same men who had represented the people in councils held with the white men. The Cheyenne soaring eagle shows one of these councils with Army officers. The chiefs also acted for our people in meetings between Indian tribes like this one between the Osages and Kiowas. Or on the great day in 1873, when the chiefs of the Comanches and Kiowas made peace with the chiefs of their old enemies, the Pawnees. Kobe, the Kiowa, was an eyewitness and made this record of the peacemaking.
Like the president and heads of other countries signing peace treaties now.
Questions that affected the welfare of our people were discussed and settled at councils. Bear's Heart, who drew this picture of a council in session, was a Cheyenne. His people had a council of 44 peace chiefs to govern the tribe as a whole. At their dignified meetings, the peace chiefs discussed questions affecting the tribe and decided what to do about them. Anyone might come and listen. The council in this picture was in the open under a canopy of blankets that kept off the hot sun.
Here's a picture of a Cheyenne chief. How could he hunt buffalo while he had a pipe and pipe bag?
Buffalo Meat, who drew this picture, only put in those things to show that this was a chief in the old way of drawing. A peace chief used a pipe in exercising his authority. Our people had great respect for a peace chief. He must be a brave, generous, wise, good-natured, and kindly man, and must make peace between people who quarreled. Our people were opposed to fighting within the tribe, yet fights sometimes broke out. Then a chief might bring a pipe and get the man who was wrong to smoke it and become friends with his enemy. As soon as the council of 44 peace chiefs made a decision, they sent the camp crier out to announce it to the people. Making medicine, the Cheyenne, shows the crier gesturing with his bird-wing fan as he makes an announcement. He probably began by calling, "All of you people, open your ears and listen."
His voice reaches everyone, the men and women in the shade of the arbors and the hunters by their horses.
Everyone heard what their government decided and could talk it over. This was a democratic system, and the chiefs would seldom take action that the people did not approve. They would also make sure that the war chiefs went along with the decisions.
How were the war chiefs different from the peace chiefs?
War chiefs were the officers of the soldier societies. Nearly every warrior on the plains belonged to one of the soldier societies of his tribe. This is a portrait of a Cheyenne named Whitehorse, who for 30 years was the chief of the most famous soldier society, the Dog Soldiers. Howling Wolf showed some of the Dog Soldiers meeting in their society's teepee or clubhouse. Each society had its own costumes emblems, songs, dances, and officers or war chiefs. You can see the strange headdress of the dog soldiers, raven feathers with eagle feathers on top. Over their heads hang the society's rattles, the hooves of deer on a stick. The bravest members could ride horses and lead the dances, have war bonnets with long trails of eagle feathers, and wear the dog rope.
What's that?
The dog rope was a long strip of leather that went around the neck and trailed on the ground. In battle, the man who wore it had to get off his horse and drive a wooden peg through the end of the dog rope to fasten himself to the ground. Even if the battle went against them, he could not leave unless a comrade would hit him with a whip and drive him off the field like a dog.
What did the members of the soldier societies do besides fight in battles?
Like in our clubs or lodges, they had good times together. They would sing, accompanied by a drum, as Zotam the Kiowa shows, or put on dances that were like drills. Besides fighting and fun, they had the duty of enforcing the laws.
Like our police force.
The laws grew up by custom. The thing most wanted by each person was the approval of our people, and public opinion was the law of the camp. For instance, there were strict laws regulating hunting. If the tribe was to have food to eat during the winter months when the buffalo hunting was difficult, they had to kill many buffalo during the summer when they were able to follow the herd. When the tribe was gathered together for the summer hunt, if they came upon the great herd, no man or small group was allowed to hunt alone. It might start the buffalo running, so they would go beyond the reach of the people. The soldier police would whip a man severely who broke this law, or since our people had no jails or prisons, they might cut up his teepee and kill his horses. This shows what took place when chiefs decided the tribal hunt should begin. The soldier society members held everyone back until all were in place so that everyone would have an equal chance at the meet. Then a leader called out, "Go," and the wild chase began.
Here is a soldier society dance. But what else is going on?
This is the Sundance, the old religion of our people. The soldier societies acted as police for the ceremony. It was held once each summer under a shelter of poles called the Sundance Lodge. When the tree was chosen for the pole at the center of the lodge, some of the Kiowa soldier societies had a make-believe battle with the society defending the pole. Zotam drew some of them galloping off to the attack with padded sticks. Zotam also shows the building of the Sundance Lodge. When all the poles were in place, the people made a sunshade of leafy branches or of hides. The people of the whole tribe scattered about the plains came in for the Sundance. It was a time of great joy. Soldier societies had dances. People met their old friends again. You see how the camp of people was arranged in a great circle and how the people watched the ceremonies. During the last 4 days, The sun dancers danced almost continuously with no food or water and very little sleep, rising on their toes in rhythm and blowing whistles of eagle bones. The people prayed for sun to make the grass grow, so there would be plenty of buffalo and the tribe would be prosperous.
Let me see if I can tell you about the last picture in the sketchbook, a village drawn by Itadliu. On the butte overlooking all the country around is a boy watching the people's horses. They have many horses, so the men must be hard-working and brave, and the village prosperous. The people have found a good place to camp. Itadliu says this is the Wichita River, and there are many big trees along its banks. It is late in the afternoon.
How can you tell?
Our people face their teepee doors to the east, and the shadows show that the sun is in the southwest. Besides, they are driving in a few of the best horses to be tethered near the teepees for the night. The little boy is playing, running after the dog and trying to rope it. People are taking it easy after the day's work. Some are sitting and talking. Some are going to visit each other.
The chiefs and the soldier societies were backed up by the people and supported by religion. This made the village an orderly, harmonious place where everybody could live the good life of our people.